Hey y'all, we are back. I know y'all are mad at me. Don't kill me. I said I was going to record when I was in Trinidad, but what happened was Trinidad was a vibe and we got carried away. I can't even hold you. Like, I was just like so caught up in the moment and just really enjoying myself and living my best life that all responsibilities went out the window. Like, y'all, I don't even know where to begin with this Trinidad trip. I'm like, do I begin with cards? Do I begin with the recap? I don't know. So let's just talk about Trinidad. Let's just unfucking pack Trinidad. So first and foremost, I went with my aunt. She came with me. She didn't keep up with me. I ended up out partying her, which is expected. She's a little older than me, but it was still so much fun. I literally almost forgot my Dupixent at the airport, and I was like, no, oh my God, I gotta get my medication, or like, I don't know what the fuck is gonna happen to my body. So that was like an airport chronicle. But, so I planned Trinidad with a guy that I was talking to. Y'all know, not the good one, the bad one, right? And, I was being all girly and all cutesy, and I created a collage for us, and I was like so excited to pick him up from the airport. And granted, like the whole time we were going back and forth on if he's staying with me or not. But, you know, ultimately what I thought was we decided that we were staying together and I was picking him up from the airport. It's just going to be like a cute little couple vacation. The lie detector determined that was a lie. So what happened? First day I get to Trinidad. I almost missed my flight. So this is the first time ever flying with Copa, and it was a connecting flight in Panama. Lord have mercy. So at 9 o'clock in the morning, we're at the fucking airport taking shots. I look at the time like, oh my God, wait, our flight is boarding. Run to the other side of the airport. Who knew Panama's airport was so big? Like, I would have never expected that. Anyways, by the time we get there, they're literally on like the last row. So we barely made our flight. Luckily, we made it. So I'm in Trinidad now, and the guy that I'm talking to, I don't know, he's just acting weird the whole day of travel. I'm traveling, he's also traveling. I know traveling is exhausting, especially with connections, but I'm just like expecting us to, I don't know, like the energy of being there at the same time, being there together, I'm expecting that to like supersede everything, right? So I get a call that's just like, don't pick me up from the airport. I'm just like, okay, but you knew I made this collage. I told you I made it. I never showed it to him, but like, you knew that I made it. So I'm like, do you not want to see this collage? Like, is this too much for you? Like, what's going on? Anyways, he doesn't tell me anything. All I know is the Saturday that we get there, he does not show up to my place Saturday night. So I'm like, oh, energy is thrown the fuck off. I'm like so buried deep in my feelings. He keeps calling me. I don't want to talk. Because my thing is like, one, I didn't pick you up from the airport, and two, why the fuck are you not here? Like, why are you not here? So fast forward to the next day now. This is Sunday. I go to get my hair done, and he still has not called, texted, anything. So Sunday around like 5, I finally reach out, and I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? He's like, oh, I'm trying to get to you. And my whole thing is like, why did you even go where you went in the first place? Like, you stay far from me, and the way Trinidadians operate is they'll take you, but they won't bring you back, right? So I know we had a conversation of you seeing your family, but like, that was supposed to be in the week. I'm not depriving you of your family, but like, what happened to the plans? Like, you're just changing plans and not communicating anything, right? So he finally shows up Sunday night with no suitcase. And I'm just like, okay, this is the kicker. What the fuck is going on? God forgive me. So he shows up, no suitcase, and I already get drunk because I'm just like, to handle this interaction, I just need to be drunk. I just felt it in my spirit. And, oh my God. So he promised me a bracelet for my birthday. That was January 7th. We are now, that was February, 23rd, 24th. And you show up, no bracelet. You bring cheap perfume and a box of chocolates. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not ungrateful, but it's the principle. If we talk about something, then I expect that something to be there in the flesh. I don't expect something else. Because, like, this whole trip started with you doing whatever the fuck you wanted to do. And I'm just not okay with that, right? But I let it ride. I let him stay. The Monday comes now. We have to find our way to Dago Martin, which is like 45 minutes away from where I'm staying, to get his suitcase and also pick up my costume. So we go to get his suitcase. We get there. We get into a whole ass argument. At this point, we decide we're just going to do our trip separately. However, he can't be stuck in Dago Martin, and he has stuff in my house. So on the way back down to pick up my costume, which was unsuccessful because y'all know how this carnival shit goes, we end up making up on the ride down back to my house. So then Monday night, he surprised me and was like, oh, let's just go out to Marshall Monday. And we went out. I don't know, concerts really aren't my thing. Because I'm more of like a backstage girly. I work the events, so most of the time I am backstage. So he asked me to. He was like, at shows like this, where are you? And I'm like, backstage. Like, I don't know. I was just standing up normal in the crowd. We were like in the front stage area, and it was cool, but it was still very crowded. So, you know, I danced a little, throw a little ass, whatever. We took some shots. And like that was it. We went home. So now Tuesday, running around all day, have to go back to Dago Martin because now we made up and he wants his suitcase again. I'm like, okay, whatever. So we go to pick up the suitcase. Mind you, I'm like doing a whole bunch of things that I gotta do because I'm also setting up an Airbnb because I was Airbnb in the back apartment. It was just so much going on. I knew the first few days of my trip was gonna be work, but Lord have mercy, it was a lot when you're juggling like a whole extra person, right? So we get to Dago Martin, and he just gets ready. Something my spirit told me just to get ready for the boat ride before we left, because I just knew the type of timing that we were on. And he was really forcing getting a rental. For whatever reason, forcing it. And, you know, we got into another argument because my thing is just like common sense and doing what makes the most sense. But his thing is going with people he trusts. And the people that you trust are literally leading you a fucking straight, right? They're busting your head top, charging you $250 a ride there and back. So you spend all this money on transportation when you literally watch me call ATCRS, which is a Trinidad Uber, and spend $85 to get where we were going. Not only that, then it's like these people are changing the price on you every time they call. This man asked you to pay off his shit and still charge you a service fee after you did him a favor. I'm fucking confused, right? When you could have just went through a normal fucking rental company, get a rental at a decent price, and finish with that. But whatever. I realize sometimes people, men, whatever, have mouth for you for all the wrong fucking reasons, right? But again, we're not even going to dig deep into that. One thing that pissed me off the most when we went to get the rental, though, is just like, where is like your... I don't want to say like manhood, but like you get a rental that has the chiming belt that's squeaking. It's not full of gas. I already told you, make your demands, right? And really, like, I don't know, like just negotiate if it's not what you want. And it's just like, you're just letting these niggas take you for a fucking ride. And I'm just like, okay, this is weird because to me, you got all the mouth. But when it comes to, I don't know, masculine nigga shit, you're just like mad passive. I'm so confused. So we get into an argument about that. We go home, he gets ready. Now he doesn't want to take his suitcase. Again, this fucking mysterious suitcase. Because he's rushing and he doesn't have time to put all his stuff together. So we leave the Airbnb and we're driving to the boat ride and we're still arguing because now I never realized that him getting the rental means that I have to be fucking MapQuest. Never signed up for that, right? So you need my GPS. You need me to direct you. It's insane. I want to be drunk. I want to have fun. Like, this is killing my vibe. So we make it to the boat ride, which we thought was going to be late, but Trinidad time, everything's fucking late. So we make it on time. We pregame a little bit. And it was so funny because my aunt came to this and they're all in their 50s. So I realized I'm with the old lady crew. And he makes a comment and he was like, see what I be talking about when I call you a grandma? So that shit really took me out. It was like a visual representation of like, now I see what everybody means when they call me grandma. Got it. So we get on the boat ride and he does this thing where he loves to walk away. And if we are together, why the fuck are you roaming? I don't know. That just drives me so crazy. But anyway, so he walks away. And I'm just like, you know what? I'm not about to be here in my feelings. I'm going to find some motherfucking vibes. And that's it. So I move around. But the difference is when I roam better. Found the best spot on the boat. Mad vibes. Did not move. Girlies was sweet to me. Oh, you alone? Come with us. Now I'm doing hookah. I'm getting drinks. Everything. It was such a vibe, right? So he now is like on me, videotaping me, bringing me drinks. I'm just like, okay, because you pre what's going on. Got it. So we get off the boat ride and then we go to an after party, which that party was okay. It wasn't much, but it was still enjoyable. It was good for what it was. So we get home and then now it's Wednesday. So Wednesday, I had to do a lot of running around again for the Airbnb setup. Then so pretty much we were together all day. And I had to go back to pick up my costume, which finally was successful. And then we had to go pick up his stuff for Ambush. Now, what pissed me off about Ambush was I had asked this man prior to, you staying with me, everything's sweet. I'm not asking for no money. I'm not asking for nothing. The least you could do is buy my Ambush ticket. I paid for everything else, right? He goes, yeah, I'm gonna buy the ticket. So it's collection day. You don't buy the ticket. You pick up your stuff and you don't say anything about it. Like, that shit just starts grinding my fucking gears, right? So we get to the car and I'm like, so you're just not gonna get me my stuff for Ambush? And he's on this, oh, we can finesse and you can pass me back the band. I don't move like that. I'm sorry. Like, I'm not trying to say I have status, but like, I don't do that broke shit. That's not for me. No offense to who it's for. Listen, whatever floats your boat, but for me, that's not my lifestyle, right? So at this point, I have an attitude because I'm just like, now I got to figure out Ambush myself. And he's like, oh, well, I'm going to see later. Maybe I can give you half. You just chatting at this point, right? Cool. So we go. I wanted to get some jewelry, some anklets from this, oh my God, Venezuelan. They had Brazilian gold or whatever. And these anklets, I got them off the street corner, but I kid you not, they have to be real gold because they've never changed colors. My foot has never turned green, like nothing. Like, this shit is so good that I went and I got 2 more. Like, I just couldn't. So after that, I still wasn't finished with the Airbnb shopping, but like, I gave her for the day. It was getting late. So we're on our way back to his Airbnb. Because, I forgot to even tell y'all. The suitcase was at his Airbnb. And that's how I found out he had his own place to stay. Wasn't my family. He had his own place. And he claims, oh, just in case you want to put me out, da-da-da. To me, shit like that sounds premeditated. But moving on. So now we go back there to get the suitcase. And this is like the 3rd time in this charm. For me, I'm like, pack your shit before I pack it for you. Like, now I gotta get like real New York, right? Because I'm not doing this coming up here every single fucking day. It's too much time and it's killing me. Mind you, on the way there, I accidentally turned off the data on my Trinidad phone because I have 2 phones. When I'm in Trinidad, I have a phone. And the GPS stops. And I see homeboy pull out his phone, turn on his little data, and got his GPS going. All right, it's lit. Cool. Mind you, prior to, I'm like all over the place with this story, but prior to, I had promised him my Trinidad phone to go out tonight because I know he was going out Wednesday night and I didn't buy tickets for Punchy Wednesdays. I didn't intend on going. Anyways, he gets to the house, he gets ready. That suitcase makes his way to the car though, all right. And then we head back to my house. But now I'm in Trinidad and I'm feeling the spirit and I'm just like, I don't care for Punchy Wednesday, but I care to like go outside because like everyone's outside. I want to go outside now. I never seen this man move so fucking fast in his motherfucking life. Like, this man moved like, what's the Flash? Listen, I can't make this shit up, right? Oh, but you gotta do the Airbnb, da-da-da. Like, you just didn't want me to go. This was a plan. You must be meeting somebody there, so I don't know. Because you've been on your own accord this whole trip, right? So he heads out, leaves me behind. But prior to, he sees somebody calling my phone. Not just calling, FaceTiming. And he's like, oh, they're calling you. Oh, they're actually FaceTiming you. All right, you can FaceTime them back. Mind you, it's a big DJ. So this nigga leaves. And I still give him my Trinidad phone. Even though I saw that his phone is capable of data. Because my word is my word. So he goes out, has a good time, and he's like, all right, I'm going to come back at a decent time. 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm like, hello? Are you on your way? And he's just like, yeah, I'm going to be home in 45 minutes. Never comes in 45 minutes. Mind you, my man raised no fool. Definitely turn on location on that Trinidad phone. But it's WhatsApp, so it's only good for like 8 hours. So at some point between the 3:45 you're going to be home to not coming home, I look at the location, you in some hotel. Now, I'm assuming, I don't know if you laid up on your back. I don't know what the fuck you're doing. All I know is you said you were going to be here, you're not going to be here. Granted, I did send him a nasty text. The text was something along the lines of, I can't fuck with you because I don't want to be in survival mode. I feel like being with you, I'm going to be deprived. You said you had a bracelet for my birthday. No bracelet, no nothing. Mind you, my birthday was January 7th. Again, I have to reiterate this because this is so fucking annoying. For your birthday, I sent you edible arrangements on the day. I paid extra for expedited shipping. Like, it was no problem. For my birthday, you wanted to make everything about you and try to ruin my day and never gave me a gift because you wanted to see me in person. And then you see me in person and the gift is not the gift. Okay, that's weird. Anyways, then it's like the whole ambush thing. Like, you never came up with a solution. Like, it's one thing to be like, you know what, on second thought, Shamir, I can't afford the whole ticket. Here's half, here's a quarter. Like, you just never came up with the solution. So I can't go to ambush. It was just, I don't know, it was just weird vibes, right? So I was just like, I don't know how the trip is going to go, but I can guarantee you one thing. After the trip, you and I are finished, right? So I did definitely say that. So I guess somewhere along the lines, I like forced something. He read the message. He's like, oh, I read the message. I'm gonna leave the phone in the mailbox. Okay, cool. But I'm tracking the location and you have not left it in the mailbox. The phone is still with you. So it's like 5 o'clock in the morning at this point. And I'm just like, I said bring the phone back by 5. And then, like, so now I'm, like, lying, saying I'm destroying his clothes. Because, you know, I don't know. The way I am set up is, like, if my shit is at somebody's house and I now know that me and this person is not on good terms, my first priority is to go get my shit. I don't know how his priority was not to go get his shit. It baffled me that I'm texting you like, oh, I'm going to ruin your clothes, and da-da-da-da, and like, you're not here to get your shit. And it's not even like I was holding anything hostage. I was just like, bring the phone, take your clothes. Like, I'm giving you away. Isn't this what you want? So anyways, by 6 o'clock when that location went off, oh, I started to be so vindictive. My thought process was, I took that nigga passport, I took the ambush ticket, I took the keys. I sure did. I hate to be in that, like, vibrate in that energy, but I was really on some, like, if you fuck with me, you're gonna have to travel back home through the embassy. And not just that, it's Trinidad. Everything in Trinidad is backwards. Good fucking luck. A 2-day process will take 2 weeks, right? On top of, the kicker is, just when you think that difficult part is over, I have your keys, nigga. Now you're stuck again. Like, don't play with me, right? So he ends up, mind you, I still had to call my uncle to take me out to get all the stuff for the Airbnb set up, which I finally did. But not just that. On this whole trip, I've been so grateful to this man, between buying food, taking care of him, like, in between when he didn't have money, covering shit. Just, like, I brought my laptop so he can do, like, his job shit. That's not my responsibility, right? You know that you had to do this job stuff. Why didn't you bring your laptop, right? Just little things in between. So this man shows up now at 2 o'clock. And he shows up slut walking with yesterday's outfit on, makeup on his shirt, to get his stuff. And he's like, oh, can I check it? Because I know you be stealing. I was so offended. I said, still. Y'all know me. I've never stolen anything a day in my life. Like, I could put that on God. A thief? Not me. Never that. So I had all his stuff that I took in my hand. Because something in my spirit was just like, it's not even worth the energetic karma that I'm going to get back by doing this, right? He's not worth it. Plus, keeping his things would just let this transaction linger on longer. And I don't want to deal with this man. I want to be done. Right? So when I had his stuff, he was shocked. He was like, you have my passport? I was like, it's collateral. All he kept repeating was collateral, collateral. That picture collage that I made, ripped that shit up, threw it away. He takes his stuff downstairs. I give him the little cheap perfumes back. He want to play. He tussling. He don't want it. The bottle drops. It breaks. Great. Boom. Mind you, the whole trip, just to backtrack, his vibe has been fucking with my spiritual energy, right? Every day is stress. I cannot take it, baby. Next on some Bayonne shit, right? Because I hope you find somebody else. That's really the vibe. But We were putting up a mirror. He pushed down, broke the fucking mirror. Tell me that nigga don't got bad luck for 7 years. Okay? Then I had my tiger eye spiritual bracelet on my right hand, and I went to touch him, and the bracelet just popped. I don't know how, it just popped. Energy off, bad juju through and through, right? So anyways, I run downstairs, because at this point I thought I left my AirPods at his bachelor's pad. So I ran downstairs to say something, and when I went downstairs, no, I mean, that too, yes. But I had nails that I left in his car. Because, you know, I'm pressing on my nails right now, baby. So I went downstairs to get my nails. And I seen Ambush, AM Beach. And I'm just like, oh, you had time to go party. Okay. So I was just like, how are we doing this trip together and you're just all about yourself, right? Cool. That nigga takes off. I go upstairs. I'm ready for this boat ride. Let me say something. Hennessy Pure White, lit, a movie. See him on the boat ride. You know I'm not no hater. I danced with him, sure did. And I flirted with other people. And I don't know, girls love me. Attracted some girls. We did some hookah. Had a vibe. Burnt my fingers. For those on video, y'all can see. Literally burnt my fingers. Because why is the fucking top on a boat metal in Trinidad? Insane. In New York, it's foil. Just saying. Or if it's metal, it's on the floor. Anyways, but that was a vibe, right? So left Pure White. That was, what? That was Thursday. So my DJ friend hits me up, like, pack a bag. Then he's like, add to this, add to that, we're going out. I'm like, okay. So I pack a cute little bag, and we go out. Next thing you know, backstage at Voice, I am staying in a penthouse with an artist. I am at another event backstage with all the artists. You know me, networking, having a ball. Life is good. Taking content. I'm very petty. I'm sending everything to this nigga because you thought I was going to have a bad trip. You thought I was going to let you ruin my energy. But God is good. Right? And because I didn't seek vengeance, because vengeance belongs to the Lord, I ended up having a way better Trinidad trip than I expected. I planned for 4 events. I probably went to like 9. And I didn't have to pay for a lot of these things. Like, God is just so good, right? So that was Thursday into Friday. So Friday I went home, so tired Friday, that I think I just went to sleep after all that action. Saturday, I ended up buying an Ambush ticket on WhatsApp through a resale person, and God is good. I got the ticket cheaper than what the fuck that nigga paid. I had a ball at Ambush. Of course, I seen him at Ambush. He was trying to run for me. I ran up to him like, so you running for me? Oh, I just want you to have a great trip. What makes you think I'm not, though? I'm having a better trip than you are, but I digress. Had a ball, Ambush. Ambush was a movie. I lost my phone trying to find like a ride back home, but God is so good times 10 that the person called the driver and the driver went back and we got my phone. Then I got a little bit of rest. I had to get ready for picnic. Now, picnic was the most anticipated event for me, and I was highly disappointed. I got there, the line was down the block around the corner. Y'all know me, I don't do lines. I walked straight up to the front through the barricades and got in. But I just don't like, I feel like as a consumer, there should have been like a concierge person to like alleviate some of the line stress. Also, we upgraded our package to Prosecco. So that's like the second highest tier. It should be like you walk in and you get your shit. It shouldn't have to be like we go to different stations to get different things. Like, what the fuck is that, right? Then it's like the food area. There's nowhere to sit. For picnic, I think they should have had like moments where if you wanted to actually picnic on the blanket that they give you, you sit, a stand-up area, a table area, and then different packages should have different sections. That's just my opinion. Actually, I feel like that's all of Trinidad's opinion because the backlash that they got was crazy. The performances was good, but the overall consumer experience was not worth it to me. I will not be going next year, but at least I went this year to see what it was about, right? So we got that out the way. After picnic, though, I don't know. I was just so good out, and I went to Fifth Street Bar because that's my fucking spot. Every time we go there or I go there, it's a movie. Niggas is sending bottles. It's just a vibe. And of course, I expect nothing less. This time I went, and when I tell you, like, bottle, hookah. Mind you, I'm by myself. These niggas just like come to my table. It's a group of them. They're a vibe. I'm meeting different people, different girls. I stayed out till 5th Street till like 5 in the morning. Didn't get home till like 6. Mind you, I'm in this pink gown from Picnic, and everybody's comfortable as fuck. And you know I don't give a fuck. So that was my Saturday. So now I get home. Sunday is brunch and soca. Now, for brunch and soca, my aunt got a ticket and ended up selling her ticket because she didn't want to come. She was like partied out. So I went. I had VVIP Sky Deck, which was nice. But I went to the general admission to hang with some people that I know from Instagram. And just people that wanted to like chill with me and hang out with me and talk to me and get to know me. So I vibed with them for a little bit. And then, of course, I did see him again. You know me. I'm going to confront you every time. Because I'm not a hater. I don't have no beef. So I went up to him, and I was like, damn, you're not going to have me? He was like, I don't want to get no makeup on my shirt. I was like, that's okay. I just need you to close your eyes when I'm on stage. I don't want to hurt them. So I ended up backstage. Ended up seeing the same artist from the other night. And I ended up backstage again. Which, it was so funny because the girlies from the Boat Ride Tuesday were there. And then my DJ friend was also there. The artist was, a few other artists that I knew was there. GBM Neutron was there. And we had an almost client moment. So that was cute. And then, I don't know, I just made some new friends. I bullied one of the international DJs who I didn't know. Well, technically, he bullied me over hookah. And then I was just like, how are you bullying me? And I don't even know your name. And then he says his name. And I'm just like, oh, okay. And the person next to us was like, you don't know who that is? Anyways, it was cool vibes. I met a lot of owners, a lot of promoters. My one regret is not having my business cards. I was on fun timing. But I have to also know that there's always room for network timing. But anyways, it was still a vibe. After brunch and soca, I went home. That was supposed to be the night of Juve. So I didn't do Juve because I'm alone. And my one thought process is I just want to meet this band for a Monday. Because if I don't know where the band is, I'm fucked. Not even thinking that like I could utilize the group chat. But everything happens for a reason. So I go home, get my rest because I needed that anyways. Wake up the next morning. It's Carnival Monday. Carnival Monday, when I tell you, it was a vibe. I'm by myself, chipping, and then I just sit on the truck, and they let me ride, and that truck carried me. God, it's so good. I'm on top of these people's truck, at the top deck, dancing, showing my ass, making content, having a ball. I meet this guy. He look at me. I look at him. We lock eyes. We're smoking. I'm dancing on white boys. It's just a fucking vibe, right? So I made it to the end. Very proud of myself. I wanted to go to Fish Street Bar because, you know, it's my spot. But I ended up, at this point, like, one thing about me in Trinidad, if I can't get an Uber, I'm going to find somebody to take me home. So I found a group of 3 guys. And I knew they were good boys when I was like, oh, I want to go to Fifths. And they were like, you don't think that's a little too ghetto? I was like, oh my God, they're seats. So we ended up going to like some other bar on the strip. I bought them a round. They bought the second round. And we vibed for a little bit. And then we went home. They dropped me home. I was in good hands because I fell asleep in the car. One of the guys was massaging my foot, as he should. Life is great. Now, the next day is Tuesday. It's Carnival Tuesday. Tuesday, I'm in my costume. I'm all pretty. I take my little selfie timer pictures of myself, which next year for sure I'm going to do it big. Or the next Carnival I go to, I'm going to do it big. I'm going to get my makeup done, do a photo shoot. I'm going to do the whole 9 yards. I always do everything for myself, but I think now it's just time to elevate the experience. So that was nice. Like, I ended up again on the people truck. At some point, I left the band, went to Fifths to chill. They held my backpack. I ate. I was tired. I watched other bands go just to, like, you know, get that other side of the, other side of the experience. And then I ended up meeting back up with my band, dancing, having a ball. For the rest stop, though, the same guy that I locked eyes with that day, He had a truck there. And he was like, you can go on my truck and turn on the AC. He let me lay out. Oh, I got the best. That was like the best rest stop of my life. Compared to last year with Yuma, I was comfortable. Ronnie and Kara, I would say, food was on point. Liquor was on point. Everything was on point for me. Except the DJs could have been a little bit better. I'm not going to lie. At some point I got tired of hearing the same song over and over. They did try, but it could have been better. And then just overall the crowd, it's a mixed crowd. There is old and young, but they're known to be an older band. They are rebranding, but it is going to take time. I would just say if they can attract a younger crowd, like my age, 30 to like 40, it would be a vibe. Like road marching with majority that age group, it would be over. But they did win Band of the Year downtown, so kudos to us. The costumes were amazing, well made, very amazing. Y'all know me, I am super petty, so I did send homeboy all that content that I took, and he blocked me on every single thing down to TikTok. Probably blocked my email, as he should. I would be in my feelings too if I was him. But I had a great trip. Like, I ended up linking up with a few people that I met and just having a great night. I also met a white boy who took me on a date. And, like, I just experienced these really great apartments in Trinidad. Like, it was just, this trip was so amazing, for, like, lack of better words. Like, this is everything that I could have manifested and more. And I'm just super, super grateful. And I think the highlight of it all is really, like, you cannot manifest without doing the work. Also, vengeance does belong to the Lord, because had I only fucked up my karma behind this man, I would have had a terrible trip. But not just that, like, it's okay to be alone. I think, like, sometimes we just get caught up in the, like, I don't want to do it alone, da-da-da-da. But I realize I love being alone because I get to move freely. I get to have the time of my life. I don't have to worry about, like, a friend or compromising or whatever, because people kill your vibe. Like, my trip was just amazing. Wednesday I went on a boat ride. I was with the artist again. My DJ friend, plus new DJs that I met. And I met more people and owners of things. So, I mean, I could not have asked for a better trip. Thursday, I went to the beach with my Instagram followers and literally dropped my phone in the water, but it's okay. I ended up getting the phone. I mean, like, this trip was amazing. The only thing that I could not fucking stand was coming back. The connecting through Panama, between the fucking security stop when you get off the plane and the checkpoint by the gate, is doing the most. Panama, I don't know who's smuggling what, but it's ridiculous. And then I got my car out that parking lot, and I don't know if it's because it was a different parking lot or prices has changed, but $375 for 2 weeks, baby, is a little steep, okay? But other than that, y'all, I really had a fucking ball. Like, y'all have to join me on my next Trinidad trip. Or my next Carnival trip. Like, this recap doesn't even do it justice, because you have to be there moment by moment. Like, my aunt had me literally chilling on the sidewalk in Trinidad on some hoodlum shit, drinking at 9 o'clock in the morning. And it was a fucking vibe. Like, I can't make this shit up. I don't know. Life is great right now, and I can't complain. My trip was amazing, so that's honestly why y'all did not get content. I was living my best life. Y'all know I'm not as disciplined as I would like to be. I'm working on it, right? I'm working on it. Y'all know this. Don't hold it against me. But I'm almost there, you know? I'm excited because this Sunday I got a yacht for my Miami boo. It's his birthday, so he deserves a fucking yacht. He deserves the world, but we'll start with a yacht. So I have my friends coming in from New York. I have his friends. It's just going to be a great experience. It's going to be a movie. And life is good. I can't complain. Y'all know I want to leave my job. I'm not leaving my job yet. We're not going to talk about that. But when the time is right. But I just want to pull some cards. Y'all know I could never do a podcast without pulling cards and letting y'all know what the hell is up. Oh, but on a serious note, y'all, I am fasting. And sacrificing for Lent, Ash Wednesday. It's funny because I told myself in Trinidad for Ash Wednesday, like for Lent, I wasn't drinking. And then Ash Wednesday, I went on a boat ride. And the artist himself got me a shot. And I was just like, I'm not turning down shots from an artist. That's great spirits. So I did indulge, but since then, no liquor, no hookah, no meat. Really trying hard to be no gluten as well, but work with me. So from our miracle deck, we have serving God, and it says, place every opportunity in the hands of God and pray that it be used to serve his purpose. Because we are getting back along. It's so crazy. Because Trinidad is one of those things where Tabanca is real, and Tabanca just means like once it's over, like missing Carnival. And I don't know, it's like a high that I'm chasing that I just never wanted to end. But I realized that whole trip, it was made amazing because I was praying, I was manifesting, I was doing my Bible scriptures, and now I'm making the necessary sacrifices that I need to just elevate and take myself to the next level. So I'm excited. I feel like, of course, with everything, you put God first. All my cards keep dropping. Okay. So from our affirmation, we have prosperity. Today, I share my abundance with someone who needs a gift of kindness, as always. I hope my chaotic, crazy story inspired somebody to travel alone, to leave that nigga, to have fun, to really step outside yourself and do something different. The 4 agreements deck, which is so crazy. Today's a full moon. I don't know if y'all seen it outside. And I know a retrograde is near. Guys, I don't know. I'm so elated. It's like a bittersweet feeling because Carnival really made me feel unstoppable. And just like the things that I had access to really made me feel like I can conquer the world and whatever I want is mine. But then it's like reality set in and you come home and you're like, damn, I'm still at that fucking job. And, you know, like the fun is still not my normal and I'm still doing things I don't want to do, but it's part of the journey. And I'm really trying to humble myself and understand that it's part of the journey. So our 4 agreements is always do your best. Practice makes the master. By doing your best over and over, you can master the art of transformation. By doing your best, the habits of misusing your word, taking things personal, and making assumptions will become weaker and less frequent with time. And that's all we can do, guys, is do your best. From the Trinidad trip, I did take away some good contacts. I've been networking. I've pitched myself to 2 artists. And I've sent out, I had a great conversation with a business owner, and I did send out a contract. So all we can do is our best, right? We're planting seeds. If we want the fun to continue, we realize that we have to work hard for it. We can't just be those girls who are just around. That ain't gonna get us nowhere. So this is faith with works. Planting seeds and then understanding that everything has cycles, right? When you plant a seed, it just takes time to grow. You got to water it. You got to nurture it. You got to follow up with it. And everything will take place. But also letting go of things that are dead. Letting go of things that don't serve us. Because we know deep down that certain things don't serve us. Like, I knew this guy was not going to be my forever guy. I did. But it was fun. It was fun. I felt something. But at the end of the day, I know how I felt when I was with him. And it was always chaotic. It was always stressful. I was always outside of myself arguing. And I just didn't want to be that person. And then the minute you left, like the song says, Black Aden, he won. Sokamonic, I think it was, or I'm probably saying this wrong, for a blessing, which in his song, he's like, he saw his ex with a new man and he don't care. Since she left, he could see his way, his hands up high, he wanted low. And that was like my anthem, because I'm just like, since you left, my trip went the fuck up. Like, up and up and up. Like, I couldn't make this up. And the craziest part about Black Den is like, since his ex left, his song went viral, he won the competition and got $1 million. It's like, oh. So the minute you leave, so you telling me you're not Blight? So this is what we are doing. Reading tarot, and I love my tarot. So I have the Four of Swords, the Empress, the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, which tells me what we are leaving behind is the exhaustion, laziness, frivolousness, not knowing our self-worth, you know, just all the negative things about us, the things that we hold over our head and judge ourselves for. We're going to spend a little bit of time in hermit mode, just working on ourselves and becoming better versions as always, so we can manifest and achieve and align. And when we come out of hermit mode, which I believe hermit mode for me is like this fasting, the sacrificing period of me just praying to get everything that I want. And when we come out of hermit mode, we will have peace. So we have the Four of Cups upright, right? We'll have some type of, I don't know, decisiveness, right? Where we can make decisions. We won't be stuck. We won't have any missed opportunities. We'll no longer feel insecure, right? We are going to be relieved. We're going to have our spiritual powers. That's Five of Pentacles in reverse. And we ultimately will... I don't know how I want to read this card. So with the Seven of... Swords, Pentacles, Cups. You guys, I'm losing my touch. It's been a while. Okay. Swords, Pentacles, Cups. What am I missing? Swords, Pentacles, Cups. I can't believe I'm doing this to myself right now. Swords. You know what? We're not going to struggle anymore. We are going to ask for help when we need it. And that's something that we're working on. For tarot. Swords. Wands. Why couldn't I figure that out? See, that tells me that my magic ain't where it needs to be. But wands, right? So again, all my cards keep falling. This is a mess, y'all. This is just like, I'm not back balanced yet, as y'all can tell. So this card, I wanted to like cheat and like read it any which way, but with the Seven of Wands, there are always going to be challenges, but you can do it. The bottom of the deck energy is the Death card, which this card comes up for me so much. I take this as the death to things that no longer serve you. Transformations are coming. I don't know. It's something about this year that I just feel like this year is my year and no one can take it from me no matter how hard you try, because I'm not going to let you shift my energy. So... there goes that. And then I just like to pull one last card to align, or so I can get the overall energy of what's to come during this period of sacrifice, during this period of hermit, during this period of, it's going from 0 to 100, which is so insane. The Wheel of Fortune. I love it here. So, luck, karma, destiny, life cycles, chance, faith, and turning points. Whatever doesn't kill you will make you stronger. And that's just how we're going to end, because that's a great fucking way to end. God forgive me, I'm fasting and I'm cussing like a sailor. I'm not perfect. But thank y'all so much for tuning in to this, like, the most chaotic episode of Curated Chaos yet. Y'all are getting to know me. So I have not obviously settled in from this trip. I have not unpacked. I have not, I don't know, washed clothes, made up my bed. Like, I'm just winging it right now until I get back into the routine of things. And then once I'm back grounded in my routine, we'll be well. And I'm just ready for the next chapter. But one thing I did learn after Trinidad that I took kind of hard, and this is just like the closing message, and I'll let y'all go, I promise, was all things must come to an end. And it's so bittersweet because when you're having so much fun and you're having a great time, you never want it to end. You just want that to go on forever and ever and ever. But it has to come to an end. And that comes with being comfortable with change, knowing that things are going to end and accepting the ending no matter how it ends. But also non-attachment in the least attached way. Like, and I'm saying this in like the weirdest way because you have to be attached to something in the sense of a relationship with someone or a friendship with someone or just like that mutual bond that you would share with someone, right? An inkling of an attachment, but not being so attached to that person or the outcome or how things happen, because relationships change, relationships end. And I'm learning that I am a really deep person. I ask a lot of questions, but it's okay sometimes to be superficial. It's okay to meet people on surface level and that just be the relationship. Not everyone has to be a soul connection. Some people are good for in passing. Some people are good for in the moment. Some people are good for just right now and not tomorrow, right? And I have to get comfortable with that. I think my biggest thing is if I meet someone and they're a kindred spirit and I am attached to you and I like you and we bond, it's like I want you in my life forever. And Trinidad taught me that there's no such thing as forever. Everything is just in the moment right now. It's a mutual energy. And once that energy is over and that energy shifts and everyone gets back to normal, it's just like, what next? You know what I mean? So I'm learning, but I think that was good practice for where I'm heading next, because I know I can attract a lot of people. And again, my problem is I want these relationships to be forever. Y'all know I still have a best friend void. I don't have a female best friend. And y'all know that's a void that subconsciously I've been trying to fill. So every time I meet a female that I'm just like, oh my God, we bond so well, maybe we can be friends, I have to let go of the expectations because we're not meant to be friends. We're just meant to have fun in that moment. Same thing with, you know, some of my friends, some of the artists and DJs that I met. You know, we vibe so well. Now I'm like, I want you to be a client. But the reality of the situation is we didn't even have that like honeymoon phase. Do I even really want you to be a client? I don't know. But because I'm chasing a high, this is just, you know, random thoughts. But needless to say that cycles and new beginnings are upon us. I think it's essential to take a rest in between every season and really recap the lessons that you learned and, of course, the blessings that came from it. But also put God first. I've just been in a season of manifesting and praying and praying and praying and praying and praying and honoring my altar and, you know, making sacrifices, and things are happening. It's so funny because around this time last year, I was in a way worse situation. Just came from Carnival, but my skin was completely damaged. And I participated in Lent and I tried Ramadan. It's around the same time. It's just a little bit more extreme. And I got a job out of it after not having a 9 to 5 in 5 years. And even though this job is not my ideal job, it took me through what I needed to go through. And now I feel like I'm in a new season where this job did its job, but my soul wants more. And in order for me to get more, I know there's a few little things that I have to work on with myself to achieve it. So I'm excited. I just thank you all for being so patient with me. I know it's been 2 missed weeks. I know I made some promises that I didn't keep, but you know, I love the fact that y'all hold me accountable. I love the fact that you all subscribe to my content and I can give energy to you all and get energy back to just, you know, keep the energy transfer going and make the world a better place. At the end of the day, the podcast is about self-evolution. It's about taking the craziest chaotic situation or learning from the craziest chaotic person and really turning it into your life's desire. Really getting everything you want out of life from it. And I know the path is like the most unrealistic. I wish I can sit here like a life coach or someone who has their shit together and just tell you that it's as easy as working out your problems, forgiving your parents, getting past your trauma, and just doing the work. It's never that simple. You can do all of that and still not be where you need to be. Trust me. I know. So whatever the journey is, I just say honor the journey, but also give yourself grace and really allow yourself to just indulge and live in the moment. It's okay. It's okay to know that there's a time and a place for everything. Some moments are good for in the moment. Some good moments are good for a little longevity. Some people are here for a lifetime. Some people are not. Really just working on discernment. But ultimately, what I want to get out of this fast, and that's why I'm going so hard with this no liquor, as a plethora of wine is holding on my iPad. No liquor, no smoking, no hookah, no meat is really spiritual clarity. I desperately need my third eye to be open. I'm getting better at reading people and seeing things for what they are, but I need things to be revealed to me prior to going through some of the motion. Like I need a little bit more foresight, right? So I'm fasting for spiritual clarity. I'm fasting for a career. I subscribe to career culture. I do. I can't be in a place where my soul isn't happy, right? I don't care for titles, but I know what I want to do with my life when it comes to PR, when it comes to events, when it comes to solistic, and I'm fasting so that those things can get in order in a timely manner. And now is the time. There's no better time than now. And ultimately, the third thing that I am fasting for is personal evolution. I am a person who knows what I should be doing and I'm not doing it. And this is just not business or in the spiritual space. This is me in the carnal space when it comes to discipline. This is me when it comes to pushing myself and staying motivated. This is me when it comes to pouring into other people. I can pour this into myself. So little things, little strides for the greater good. But I know once Easter comes and we celebrate at the end of this fast, who knows? All the stuff that I'm doing might become a lifestyle. But I'm excited. I'm excited for the journey. I'm excited to share the results. And nonetheless, I'm excited to hear what you guys are doing. If you are participating in Lent or if you're participating in Ramadan. If you went to Carnival and have a crazy Carnival story like me, please share it with me. Just let me know what's going on. And with that being said, y'all, thank you so much for tuning in. I cannot express my gratitude I don't even know. I'm so overwhelmed that y'all are still here. I know this is getting long-winded, but I'm really appreciative that I have this podcast, this platform where I can truly express myself and I am accepted for who I am. And I have people that tune in regardless of what, right? So thank you so much. And until next time.